ListView is a widget in Flutter that displays a scrollable list of widgets arranged linearly. It is commonly used to display a list of items, which can be either static, fixed number of items, or dynamic items generated based on data. ListView can be customized extensively to display various types of content, handle user interactions, and incorporate different scrolling behaviors. In this tutorial, we will create different types of ListView: static ListView, dynamic ListView, and interactive ListView. Static ListView. The simplest way to create a list is by using a ListView with a fixed number of items. First, we will create a static ListView. To do that, we will create a new Flutter project. The project link is included in the description of the video. Create a center widget in the body. Then, create a new Dart file in the lib folder. The file name is staticlistview.dart. Next, create a stateless widget named static ListView. We will return our ListView in this widget. Open the main.dart file. Import the new static ListView.dart file here. Call the static ListView widget inside the center widget. Save and open the static ListView.dart file, and we will create the ListView. In the ListView widget, there is a children parameter. This allows us to include multiple widgets. In the sample, we are adding a text widget. Save and run it to see it displayed. Then add another text widget. It is possible to add multiple widgets here. Copy and paste the same widgets, and they will also be displayed. It is scrollable. Not only text, it's possible to add any type of widgets. Now we are learning to add some new widgets that have not been discussed earlier in this playlist. This is for new students. First, we will add a container widget. Check its method. Select the text widget, click on the bulb icon, and select Wrap with Container. The text widget is now wrapped with a container. Then, we change the text value inside the text widget. No changes are displayed in the output. So, we change the color of the container. We select the amber color. Now the container is visible in amber color. Then, we add padding to the container because we need some space inside it. Set the padding to edgeinsets.all, 16, which means 16 pixels of space from all four sides. It's okay now. We change the style of the text. Now, we change the font size. Then we need padding for this list view as well, 8 pixels from all sides. It's okay now. Next, we are going to study how to add some more widgets inside this list view. We are adding a ListTile widget. The ListTile widget in Flutter is a specialized widget used to create a single fixed height row that typically contains some text and an optional leading or trailing icon. It's commonly used in ListView or other scrolling widgets to create a list of items. First, we add the leading property of the ListTile. There are many properties available here, such as title, subtitle, and trailing. These are all widget types. In leading, we add an icon. The icon widget displays an icon that is available in Flutter. Inside the icon widget, call icons, and after putting the dot, it will display all the icons available. First, we select a map icon. That is displayed in the leading part of the ListTile. Then add a title to display a title using the text widget. Set the text to map. Okay, that is displaying. Then we add a subtitle in the same way. That is also displaying. Finally, use the trailing property of the ListTile. There we add another icon. It is a forward arrow icon. That is also displaying. Add the const modifier where it's needed for better performance. Next, add another ListTile by copying and pasting the last one we added. Then change its leading icon, title, and subtitle. Now, we will learn how to add another container and include multiple widgets inside it. First, copy the initial container that contains a single text widget. Paste it at the end of the list view. We need to add 2 items here. For that, remove the child text widget. Change the color of the container to light blue. To change the color, we have another method: pick a color from the color picker. Then, add a row widget. This allows you to add multiple items in a row. The row widget also has a children property that allows multiple widgets, similar to ListView. First, add an icon widget as we did before. Here, the icon is a star. The icon widget has a color property, so set a color for the icon. Put a comma at the end and add another widget. Add a text widget and include some text inside it. Set the font size using the style property. Then run the app. It should be displayed. We need some space between these two widgets. Also, change the container color to light blue. To arrange the gap, add a SizedBox widget between the widgets. Set the width property of the SizedBox to 10 pixels. Add a comma at the end. Now, there is a small gap between the widgets. Then, add another ListTile. Copy and paste from the previous one. Change the leading icon to a phone. Change the title and subtitle texts. Next, create another container by copying and pasting an existing container. Remove the color property and the child text widget. Here, we will add an image widget to display an image from the network, which we have already learned. Provide the image source link, which is available in the GitHub code. The link is in the description. Set the height to 100 pixels. Then run the app. The image should be displayed. Now we can understand how to add multiple widgets in a list view. Next, add another list tile. Add a settings icon as the leading icon. Change the title and subtitle texts. Here we add a row widget. Then we will learn how to create a column widget inside a list view. To do that, copy the container with the row from above and paste it at the end. Change the color. Then remove the row and add a column here. Add children inside the column, similar to how we added them in the row. Add a text widget, include some text inside it. And set the font size using the style property. Then add another item in the column, which is also a text widget. a color for the text using the style property. Finally, add an alignment for this column. This is the column widget we added inside the list view. Use the cross-axis alignment property of the column. Set it as cross-axis alignment.start. Here we add space between these two widgets by adding a sized box as we did in the row. Here, we set the height instead of the width. This is the static list view. Dynamic ListView. For a more flexible and scalable list, you can use a dynamic list view that builds its children based on data from a list or an API. Create a stateful widget inside it named Dynamic ListView. Open the main.dart file. Comment out the static list that we already studied. Call the Dynamic ListView widget in its place. Import the Dynamic ListView.dart file. Comment out the static ListView.dart file, as it is not being used here. Open the Dynamic ListView.dart file. Then, we will create a list type variable. In Dart, a list type variable is a variable that can hold a collection of items. Lists in Dart are similar to arrays in other programming languages. They are ordered collections of objects, where each object can be accessed by its index. This list will contain string-type variables. The variable name will be items. Then, create a list separated by commas. There is no need for const in the constructor. Then we create a list view to display the values of the items variable. For that, we use the ListView.builder method. ListView.builder is used for dynamically creating list items as they scroll into view. This is useful for displaying data from a database or API. We will study that in the future. We need the required argument item builder for that. We also add an item count parameter, which is the length of the items variable. In Item Builder, there is a function with two parameters, build context and index. This function returns a widget. Here, we return a ListTile widget to display multiple items. Set a label icon in the leading property. And in the title property, we display the items using the text widget. Pass the index variable, which starts from 0. Then run the app. It will display all the items included in the items variable. If we add more items to the list view, they will also be displayed in the app. It is scrollable. List with data models. For a more complex application, you might want to create a list of custom data models. To study this, we will create a model folder and a class inside that folder. Create a new file named item.dart. Inside that file, create a class named item. Create two string variables to hold the title and subtitle. Create a constructor to pass these variable values. In the Dynamic ListView.dart file, import that class. Comment out the old items declaration. Add the values using the class. Declare a list variable with the type of our item class. The variable name is items. Add the first value using the constructor call of the item class. Add title and subtitle values. Then, add all values like this. After adding all these items, we need some changes in the display part because we will call it from the class. Use the dot operator to access data. First, call the title and then call the subtitle. The value will be displayed. Interactive list. You can add interactivity to your list items, such as tapping, deleting, or updating items. Create a new file interactive_list.dart. Create a new stateful widget because we need live changes in the display. Widget name, Interactive List. Open the main.dart file. Comment out the import of Dynamic ListView.dart because we are not using it here. Import Interactive List.dart. Call the Interactive List widget. Open the Interactive List.dart file. Declare a list variable named items that contains string values. This code creates a list of strings with 20 items using Dart's list.generate method. Here, we also return ListView.builder. Set the item count to items.length. Then set the item builder function, as we studied in Dynamic ListView. There, we return a ListTile for displaying the items. Set the title in the text widget. Display the item's value using the index. Run the app, 20 items are displayed. To make the list interactive, wrap the ListTile widget with another widget. We will use the dismissible widget. This requires a key parameter to remove the item based on that key. Here, we use the index as the key. Then, set the onDismissed property. Get the direction using direction and set a function for it. Set a setState function and call the removeAt function on the list to remove the item at that index. Then, call the snack bar to display a message. Set a container with a color to indicate the removal time. Run the app. Drag and dismiss an item, and the message will be displayed. These are some types of ListView. We will cover more in future videos. Please subscribe to the channel for support. Thank you for watching.